Hello students, good morning to everyone. Today we are going to continue the same topic as last day which we have left. From there only we will continue today. We will do the remaining question of the exercise. Up to question number 3 we have done, and today we will do remaining 4 questions. Question number 4. Take your notebook and pencil and start writing. Question number 4 is how are please write it. How are polar bears able to withstand extreme cold of polar region? How are polar bears able to withstand extreme cold of polar region? And the answer for the question is polar bears have thick fur which protects them from extreme cold of polar region. Once again I will read the answer. Please understand the things and write it. In between you can pause the video also and you can write. Polar bears have thick fur which protects them from extreme cold of polar region. This is the answer for question number 4. Now let's see question number 5. Write it with me. How are birds adopted? How are birds adopted to their aerial life? How are birds adopted to their aerial life? How are birds adopted to their aerial life? We know that birds are known as aerial animals because they can fly in the air. And here the question given is how are birds adopted to their aerial life? What special features do they have? Let's write the answer. The bones of birds are hollow. The bones of birds are hollow and their bodies are very light, and their bodies are very light, making it easy for them to rise in the air and fly, making it easy for them to rise in the air and fly. Now question number 6. How to please understand the things and write it. How do animals protect How do animals protect themselves? How do animals protect themselves from their enemies? How do animals protect themselves from their enemies? From their enemies. Give some examples. Give some examples. How do animals protect themselves from their enemies? And we have to give some examples for this. Let's see the answers. And the answer is animals adopt some special features. Adopt some special features. Adopt some special features to protect special features to protect themselves from other animals or from their enemies. Now question is, one part is over, other part is give some examples. We have to write some examples for that. Write examples for that. Chameleon. Write it, chameleon. Chainsair, chameleon and Arctic fox chameleon and Arctic fox can change their skin color. They can change their skin color. This is one example. And the other example, they change their skin color and match with their surroundings so that other animal will not recognize them. Now other example is deer and kangaroos. Deer and kangaroos can run very fast. Deer and kangaroos can run very fast. They run very fast and protect themselves from their enemies. Can run very fast. This is the sum of the examples. Now I will read the answers one more time. How are polar bears able to withstand extreme cold of polar regions? You can pause the video in middle. I have got a site and write. Otherwise, take the screenshot and you can note it. Polar bears have thick fur which protects them from extreme cold of polar region. Question number 5. How are birds adapted to their aerial life? The bones of birds are hollow and their bodies are very light, making it easy for them to rise in the air and fly. Question number 6. How do animals protect themselves from their enemies? Give some examples. And the answer is, animals adopt some special features to protect themselves from their enemies. Examples: chameleon and Arctic fox can change their skin color. Deer and kangaroos can run very fast. I hope that all of you have written it. Now we will write the last question and answer for this chapter, or this will be the last question for this exercise. And then we have to cover one more chapter for the quarterly syllabus. What is syllabus for quarterly exam? First 5 chapters. Okay? First 5 chapters. Okay. 4 already we have covered, and one more chapter is remaining after this. Last question of the chapter is, what do you understand by? 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 Extinct. What do you understand by extinct? And endangered animals. What do you understand by extinct and endangered animals? This is the first part of the question. Now one more part is given. Give at least two examples for each. Give at least 2 examples for each. Give at least 2 examples for each. And the answer for this question is, we have studied about them in the chapter. Now we will write the answer. Extinct animals are those animals extinct animals are those animals which are no longer living. Now we have to give example for it. An example is dodo and passenger pigeon. Dodo and passenger pigeon. Dodo and passenger pigeon. These are the animals which are extinct. They are no longer found on the surface of the earth. Now, endangered animals are those animals that are endangered animals are those animals that are on the verge of extinction. that are on the verge of extinction. Means they are not extinct, but they will become extinct if we continue to do same activity as we are doing. Means destroying our environment by our harmful actions. And example for this endangered animals are and snow leopards. And snow leopards. And snow leopards. These are the two examples for the endangered animals. Once again I will read this answer. You can pause the video in middle. I am getting aside and write it, or take the screenshot on your phone and write it. What do you understand by extinct and endangered animals? Give at least two examples for each. And the answer is, extinct animals are those animals which are no longer living. Examples: dodo and passenger pigeon. Endangered animals are those animals that are on the verge of extinction. Examples: and snow leopards. You can note it down. I hope all of you have written it. Understand the things and write properly. Without wasting any time, we will move to the last chapter of the syllabus. Syllabus means quarterly syllabus. After completing that chapter, we will complete our quarterly syllabus. Last chapter we are going to start today. Chapter 5. Last chapter of the syllabus we are going to start today. Chapter 5. Reproduction in animals. What is the name of the chapter? Reproduction in animals. Chapter 5. Reproduction in animals. Today we are going to start this chapter. Reproduction in animals. By tomorrow we will complete it. We know that all animals live for a certain amount of time, and they are capable of producing young ones of their own kind, and this process is known as reproduction. What is reproduction? Reproduction is process by which not only animals but all living beings, means plants also, by which living beings reproduce of their own kind. What is meaning of own kind? Means similar to them, their own kind. The young ones produced by animals look like their parents, or they resemble with their parents. And reproduction is very essential for continuing life on the earth. If animals stop reproducing, what will happen? Life cycle will be stopped there itself. It will not continue. Animals reproduce in two ways. What are that? First one is by laying eggs. Some animals reproduce by laying eggs, and the other one reproduce by giving birth to young ones. By giving birth to Angmens by giving birth to Angmens. We will study both the process in detail. First one, by laying eggs. Some animals reproduce by laying eggs. What are those animals? Birds, amphibians, reptiles, birds, amphibians, reptiles, and so many birds, amphibians, insects, and most reptiles. Not all the reptiles, but most reptiles, aquatic animals, they lay eggs. Eggs are laid in a secure place under ideal conditions. What is meaning of ideal conditions? Means conditions favorable for egg to hatch out into Angmens. After being laid in a secure place and under suitable conditions, eggs hatch out into Angmens. And what is the structure of that egg which are produced? Eggs look like this. This is the structure for the egg. We will see all the parts in detail. This is double membrane. What is meaning of double membrane? Outer portion is covered with double layer. Okay. This is double membrane, and this middle part, this is the central region of the egg, and this central region is known as the embryo. This central region is known as embryo, and this is the outer cell. This is the outer cell, or we can say outer wall. This is outer cell, and this is what's called yolk. This shaded region is known as the yolk. Yolk of the egg. Outer cell, central region, embryo, and this shaded region in the center of the egg is known as yolk, and this portion is known as albumen. What is this? Albumen. This portion is known as albumen. And now we will study in detail about the structure of the egg. An egg consists of outer hard shell which protects the egg. The white jelly, this portion is white jelly portion called albumen. This covers the yolk. And the yellow part, this is yellow part in the middle, and this part is known as the yellow part in the middle is called the yolk. This yellow part is called the yolk. And this yolk is rich in fat, vitamins and minerals. This yolk is rich in fat, vitamins and minerals. The yolk contains the embryo. You can see, no? This yolk contains the embryo. Albumen protects the embryo and gives water to it. What is the function of this albumen? This gives water to it. And the embryo develops into a baby or chick. And what develops into the baby or chick? This embryo itself develops into the baby or chick. Understood the structure of the egg? Yes. Now we will study about the life cycle of birds. About the life cycle of birds in the next class. Okay. Today we have studied about egg and the structure of the egg. In next class we will continue with the life cycle of birds and amphibians. Till that time you revise the chapter and complete your work. Thank you class.